All right. So, all right, when to play some music, here we go. It'll be fun. 1, 2, 3. Let's do it. Hey, everybody. Welcome to episode 75 of The Rich Dickman Show, the podcast that is slightly better than mediocre. I am Rem. Once again, I am here with you. You know, we're taking a journey here, friends. We're going down a path we may never return from, but it's fun. We're having a great time doing it. Anyways, I'm not alone. I've got Ray with me. Ray's out in California. So is our guest. We have a guest tonight, Ray. I am so excited. How about you, pal? What's going on?
What's going on? So happy to be here for episode 7,918.
Yes.
Such a long road, but glad to be here.
Yeah, you're doing great. We're changing lives. We're saving the world. Great. Gave a lot of great advice last week. It's going to be good. We're going to, Ray, I can't hold my excitement anymore. We talked to Swiney a couple weeks ago, and he was able to put a nice word in for us to this lovely lady who is joining us today. Ray, forgive me. I'm going to fangirl my ass off here. It's going to be embarrassing. Ray, keep me in line, please.
It's going to be amazing.
Yes, it is the wonderful, the beautiful Bella Bendz live from her car. Hi, Bella. How are you?
Hello, fans of The Rich Dickman Show. Apologies for the sudden incursion. My name is Jonathan Silver, and I represent Mr. Rich Dickman and Rich Dickman Enterprises, LLC. The original recording featuring adult film star Bella Bendz was deemed too hot and pornographic for public release by our board of directors. And because of this, we have been advised not to release it. At this time, I would like to adamantly stress on Mr. Dickman's behalf that we are not airing this interview because of said decision. And it definitely may or may not have anything to do with one of the hosts being completely incompetent and or exhibiting gross negligence regarding recording settings before said interview. And by extension, allegedly failing to record the interview in question. Rich Dickman Enterprises, LLC, and our board of directors have asked Rem and Ray to endeavor in a future attempt with a more family-friendly approach in mind. On behalf of our leadership group, I would like to extend our sincerest apologies to Miss Bendz and all 7 3/4 listeners. We will make every attempt to be better moving forward. In lieu of this very hot and incredibly sexy interview, we proudly present a Best of The Rich Dickman Show featuring highlights of their shenanigans in 2019, responsibly produced by Randy. Please check out Randy on Twitter at SirZero. That's at SirZero with a silent E. Thank you. No further questions.
And recording. God, you do sound like shit. Holy fuck.
I told you, buddy. I suck. I'm like practically dead.
Are you getting any better? God damn.
I gotta go back to the doctor tomorrow.
Yeah.
I feel better, but I'm tired of hearing everybody being like, oh, you sound like shit. You need to go back to the doctor. So I was like, fuck you. Fine.
All right. Well, I guess I won't talk to you much tonight.
Let's do it. Let's get it. This is going to be top class podcasting. I sound like Wolfman Jack.
Yeah. All right. I think we're just happy to have you back. All right. You know what? I don't want to waste anything here. All right. Let's get going. We'll start the show.
Let's get it going.
Yeah, man. And we'll rock and roll.
I'm ready.
Okay? All right.
See how many words you can get out of me before
you start fucking coughing everywhere. Yeah.
Sometimes I cough so much that I barf a little.
Really?
It's gross.
I hope that happens tonight.
That's a fucking mess.
All right.
Podcast with Ram. Saying stuff.
Hey, everybody.
Hurts.
Go ahead. You can say.
Coughing. Feeling bad. Got a fever. Probably gonna die. It hurts a lot.
He's back. Hey, everybody. Welcome to The Rich Dickman Show, the podcast that is slightly better than mediocre. I am Rem. I'm guest hosting once again tonight. Hey, the big news is you're here. You're back. Thank God. Thank you to Ray last week for filling in for you. I'm more thanking God.
I thought Ray did a 100% stellar job.
Ray's fantastic. he jumps right in and he can roll with me, and he can even sneak in the dick jokes at the end of the show when I'm too drunk to notice. But we are happy that you're here, Huel. You're alive, barely. But what's going on? What's making you such a big pussy? What's happening?
Well, I got the flu.
Asshole. Did you get the flu shot?
No, apparently I did not get the flu shot. Hence the flu. I've been in bed for like, I don't know, 3 weeks. It was rough. It was rough. I lost like 25 pounds.
Holy shit.
And my voice sounds like shit or super sexy, depending on what you're into, I guess. That's about it.
That's about it.
Drink
So
a lot of Gatorade. I got sick that weekend, I think, after we recorded.
Yeah.
Had a lot of fever dreams? Oh man, my fever got up to like 106, 107, which is like full on goofy town, man.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Were you in the hospital, like in an ice bath or something?
No. I just taking like horse antibiotics.
Jesus Christ. I can just stare at a blank canvas and say, this is my friendship with Huel now. Blank and empty. And white. So
that
white.
Would be funny. I would download that. I would listen to that.
Would you, if I do another project, will you download and listen?
Absolutely, I will.
Yeah. Okay. Will you write into the show under a pseudonym?
It would have to be a deep pseudonym. Deep state.
Okay.
Deep state pseudonym.
Deep state. Like Hewley the Snowman?
No, it would have to be like Hank Scorpio.
Oh, from The Simpsons.
Yeah. Something like that.
God, those are good episodes. You remember that episode?
Yeah, that was like the classic Simpsons episode. That was like probably one of the top. That was probably the best episode.
I wouldn't go that far, but it was up there. But it was the one where he gets a new job and relocates to a new power plant, only to find out like Hank Scorpio is like a Bond villain. It's crazy.
What episode was better than that one?
See, I used to be an encyclopedia of Simpsons knowledge up until like 2001, 2002. So I could tell you what episode every quote was from. I can't anymore. I couldn't tell you what episode's better than that. I know that maybe the Frank Grimes episode, that might be better.
That's ridiculous.
You're ridiculous.
Hey, let me, I'm gonna take a little pause. You talk about something. I gotta turn off the TV. I left it up.
All right.
Say a monologue. Soliloquy.
Go. All right, got it. Just go, idiot, jackass, bitch.
Well, my family or my in-laws, they're all Hispanic, so they like to throw parties, like just throw parties for whatever reason.
Whoa. Stop. Just stop everything. Your wife.
What?
Is she Hispanic?
Yeah.
What kind of Hispanic?
Mexican.
Okay. Very cool. All right.
Yeah.
I'm very familiar with the Mexican people and their culture. My co-host, my best friend is Mexican. All right. So your wife is Mexican. Your in-laws are all Mexican or Hispanic of some sort. And you are 25% Asian.
Yes.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
I wish you were like more Asian
lately.
because the fusion of the food would probably be incredible. But, I'm disappointed you recently found out you're Asian.
It's so fun. It's been so much fun being like, oh wait, no, like all of a sudden I remember I'm part minority. Like, I don't even, it's just so weird because it doesn't like, I don't feel different. Nothing actually changed. Like literally nothing changed.
Words changed. And that's what's most important of 2018. Now we're in 2019. Maybe something else will be.
Yeah.
But so let me ask you,
exactly.
Do your in-laws know that you're mostly Asian now?
Yes. Yeah. Well, I actually, it was pretty funny too. I texted my dad on New Year's and I was like, are we allowed to be offended that everyone's celebrating New Year's right now when Chinese New Year is February 6th?
Yeah.
And he's like, nah, we get to celebrate both, so we win. But awesome. It's like, I don't know. Like we joke about this stuff all the time. Like when he first told me, I text him because I didn't know that much about it. He's like, yep. So I'm 25%, or he's like, I'm 50% Asian. And I was like, text him I think I'm turning Japanese. And then the next thing I texted him was, well, that explains your driving. And then right after that, he said, "Fook you." And so I sent him that Austin Powers, like the "Fook you, fook me," like little backpacks.
Fook me.
So yeah.
In my experience with Hispanic culture, and I've had many friends who are Puerto Rican and Mexican and even Ecuadorian. I don't even know if that's considered a Hispanic, but let's go with it. Some of them can be very racist. So, did your family, do your in-laws like look at you differently now that they know you're Asian?
No, I don't think so.
No, okay.
Let's see. So I'm so bad with this stuff. Nieces, nephews, I get it. It's like another language to me, but he's my uncle-in-law, I think. That's the way I'll call him. Mm-hmm. But he's Chinese, like 50% or something like that. And he's married. So he's like part of that too. So, somebody, I won't say who it is, but somebody in my family, it's a little older, has definitely said a few things before that were like, no, we don't want to deal with that type of person. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. Like we were looking at resumes to replace me at work, right? Yeah. And they're like, I'm like, here's this one. He's like, nope, definitely not that one. I'm like, okay, yeah. The resume is good, but there's a part of it that definitely struck a chord.
And this was the Mexican in-law?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. So see, everyone calls me crazy and all sorts of names, but I'm always right about these things. It's just fascinating. Like, when you were on the show last time and we talked about how stupid racism is. What you really see is people blaming the white people for being racist, but they forget that all the other cultures that they claim the white people are racist against have their own forms of racism. Like everybody's a little racist because we're a tribal people. Okay, let's ask the Muslims how they feel about various cultures throughout the world.
I know, right? Yeah.
So, anyways, we're going to go on and on about racism tonight, but I feel the need to kind of to prove that I'm not racist after all the banter.
I mean, I would say, Rem, it takes a racist to know a racist. I mean, come on. If you can spot all these racists.
God damn it. God damn it. I know better than everybody here. Let me do what I know.
Oh, buddy. I bet you the is a crazy, crazy place.
It can be. And you have to have a good sense of humor to get through it.
They ought to make an office. But the office. That would be a good show.
Yeah, if you want to raise revenue, that would be good. You get the right people involved. Oh, man.
Oh, you mean like actually have the post office produce the post office? That actually is interesting. Do you think if you brought that up at the next meeting, at the next yearly conference, how do you think that would be received?
It wouldn't be received because I don't go to the high enough level to report that type of thing. The people I deal with are focused solely on numbers and unrealistic goals and horrible production and just terrible management upon terrible management.
But if you made a nice PowerPoint with the numbers in it, like figure out how much The Office made during its however many year run. And then you go to the yearly conference with your nice, professionally done PowerPoint. And then you say, listen, Postmaster General Coop, I think that the office should really look into producing the post office. I think we'd really raise a lot of revenue for this. And then you go with your PowerPoint and have some line graphs and pie charts and shit like that. And just say, I project that if we do this, we'll make $80 billion.
And graphs automatically make what you say true.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a great idea. In matter of fact.
Then you'd probably be the what's the second in command? The deputy postmaster general?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's it. Executive vice president of the
That could be you,
general.
man. That could be you.
Yeah, man. Holy shit. And I'd be in DC living up with a bunch of corrupt politicians, getting my bribery money, and lobbyists. Oh,
what is, I bet you there's a lot of grift at the office.
No, there's absolutely no grift.
No grifting?
No, none.
No kickbacks?
No kickbacks.
No slush?
Nope. No.
You got any slush there?
No slush. On? No slush. No slush. It's not lucrative in any way, shape, or form.
Can I tell you something, Rem?
Of
just
course.
mano y mano?
Yeah, buddy.
I enjoy our not public phone calls as much, if not more, than our public podcast chats.
I feel
like we don't have to be performative. It's just two friends catching up.
Yeah, we just
catching up on
chit chat. I don't have to, go find the easy joke to make. You don't have to get so wasted all the time to be funny.
Yeah, I don't have to feel like I'm a performing monkey for the hee-haw laughs. We can just talk about our day, man. This is great. This is great. We should have been doing this the whole time.
I hate being the hurdy-gurdy, man.
Oh, hurdy-gurdies.
All right. We still role-playing or are we done?
We're not role-playing until you hang up the phone.
Oh, all right. Huel, I'm really glad that you answered the phone today. I wasn't expecting you to, and I really could use a friend, and you came through. I appreciate that.
4 out of 10, just like clockwork, buddy. You know what I say?
What do you say?
4 out of 10, just like clockwork.
We're out of 10?
4. 4 answers out of 10 phone calls.
Oh, I get it.
The connection might be rough.
I'm sorry.
I got kind of like a cell dead zone in my kitchen.
Yeah. Just in your kitchen.
It's probably me, not you.
No, I assume it's always you and not me, so don't worry.
Okay.
All right.
How's the wife? How's Mrs. Rem doing?
Oh, she's doing great.
Good. Is she doing good at the job?
Yep.
How's the kids?
The kids
doing good in school?
Kids are good. They're getting big. Yeah.
Oh man.
My son won an award today that we get to go to a free dinner at a fancy banquet place.
Like the back room at the Olive Garden?
No, like fancier than that. It's a place.
Oh, nice.
It's like this fancy fucking place called the Aqua Turf. My wife had a prom there.
You'd probably get breadsticks.
Probably get what?
Breadsticks with your meal.
Oh yeah, breads. I mean, you gotta have some. They always serve some type of bread to kind of fill you up so you don't eat as much.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
It's probably. Yeah, I hope it's not like some shitty buffet. Like I want fucking like 4-star, 5-star food. You know what I'm saying?
What'd your kid do? Was it the boy or the girl?
It was the boy.
What did he do to win an award?
He is the best athlete on his unified sports team this year.
Nice.
Yeah.
The girl doesn't sound like she wins a lot of awards. Is that true?
That's
not a standout.
No, that's true. She's
fine, you know.
Yeah. No, she does her thing. She has her friends and she's having a good time.
Mm-hmm. Good for her.
No, she doesn't compete. You know, no competition.
Not everybody has to get the blue ribbon. You know, some people just get by and have a happy life.
Yep.
How's old Buster? Still alive? Still kicking?
Dude, let me tell you something about that asshole. He's still alive. He can't lift his paws much, so he kind of drags himself around the floor. And I have like tile and wood floors. So like we were just watching Survivor before we recorded tonight. And, I'm sorry, before I called you tonight. And like he comes in from taking a piss and the show is on. We're trying to listen. And this son of a bitch has to like walk all around the house. Like he's looking for like dropped food at dinner time, or he's just looking for things. He doesn't even know what he needs anymore because he's so stupid, senile, and fucking old. And he's just dragging his goddamn paws. And it's like, but imagine that louder and you're trying to watch Survivor and you can't because his asshole's making so much noise. It's like, listen, you stupid ass, lay the hell down. Lay down and shut up and don't wake up till tomorrow. In fact, don't wake up at all. I'll drag you out on your pillow.
Why don't you just put him outside on the deck? I assume you guys got a nice deck.
Yeah. I refinished my deck last year too.
Oh, is that why you don't want to put him out there? Screw up the veneer?
No, he already screwed it up. He already did that. Yeah. Was I refinishing the deck when we were doing a podcast?
Maybe. I don't know.
I think I was,
I don't remember us having any witty conversations about that.
And you know, I would have made a lot of my big deck jokes, and I never did. So.
You know what I like about this? We don't have to like make jokes. We can just catch up. We can just catch up about things that happen in our day. Yeah. It doesn't always have to be a ha-ha thing. You know, maybe you're just like, oh yeah, I had a rough one today, Huel. And I would be like, oh buddy, I'm sorry.
Do you still have a bunch of dead body pictures on your desk?
Oh, I got so many dead body pictures on my desk all the time.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's rough, man.
You know what's the worst picture? Worse than the dead bodies?
What's that?
So, like, if you get arrested for a sexual assault.
Yeah.
And it happened like recently, like you get arrested in a short period of time after the sexual assault allegedly occurred. When they take you to jail, they make you strip down and then they take a bunch of pubes and like scrapings and stuff from your body, a bunch of swabs, all that stuff.
Oh God.
And they document all that stuff, photos and videos. and just the whole 9 yards. And I don't want to look at that, man, but I have to because it's my job and it's a drag. And you know what sucks is that they take pictures of this whole process, right? And then they give me a CD with all the pictures that they take. But you don't know what's on there until you put it into the computer and you'll put it in and it'll be like some lady's house. And then it'll be like, you click and there'll be some pictures of the bed and then, just some pictures of stuff with a ruler next to it. Click, 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 click. And then you're clicking away. You're kind of in a zone. Most of it's not particularly interesting. And then click, naked guy getting his pubes plucked. And then you're like, oh man, you got me again, DA's office. Every time. Oh man. Every time I fall for it, Rem. Every goddamn time.
I'm sorry, buddy. That sounds rough.
It's rough. If somebody's got to make the donuts.
Yeah. All right. Hey, can I play some voicemails for you?
Well, I don't understand what you're talking about. We're on the phone still. How are you going to play voicemails? You got like 2 phones?
Oh, you know what? I had a flashback to when we used to do a podcast together. I'm sorry. That one's on me. That's weird. Yeah, it's on me. It's on me. How's your wife?
She's good. She's doing really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's thinking about maybe making a career change.
Oh, yeah. To what? Plumber?
I don't know. Same career, same, still law, but maybe she might go out on her own. She's thinking about.
Sprinkling what?
Go out on her own, finally make some goddamn money.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
Make some more money, huh?
Hang out a shingle. That's what we call it in the law game.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Man, that sounds fancy. I wish I was cool like you, man. That's awesome.
Oh, you're cool, buddy. Don't say that. You're the coolest guy I know.
I try really hard.
You're like my best friend.
Oh, do you mean it?
Yep.
Are you just saying
why don't you tell Mrs. Rem to go back to school and get a higher paying job? You stay at home with the kids.
I could do that. Like, I'm tired of being the one to provide for the family, so that could be pretty good.
I think you'd be a good stay at home dad.
You know what, Huel? One time, my wife got laid off from her job, right?
Uh-huh.
And she was out of work for like a good 8 months. And you know what I did? Like, I worked like 60 hours a week and made a ton of overtime money. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I kept everything afloat just with my paycheck. And you know what happened? I'm sorry, I'm whispering. I've been a little sick this weekend and my throat hurts. Is that I hurt my back at work and I was out of work for 2 weeks. Okay. And I was stuck on the couch for the first 3 days. I couldn't move. I legitimately hurt my back. And she looks at me. She's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm laying down. It hurts. She's like, when are you going back to work? I was like, thank you. Like this weekend I was a little under the weather. Saturday,
mm-hmm.
Starting Friday afternoon, especially like Saturday, a little bit Sunday morning, right? So then, like, all I want to do on that Saturday is just sleep, right? And I ended up sleeping, my daughter slept on my bed and I slept on my daughter's bed because I didn't want to get everybody sick. And so it's like 7:30 in the morning, Saturday morning, and I slept like shit and I don't feel well. And I don't want to complain. I just kind of just want to lay there. And she walks in and she turns the light on. She turns the light on me, Huel. She just turns the ceiling light. And I'm like, I'm like, whoa. What are you doing? Please turn the light off, right? Like, I'm trying to be polite. And so she got mad at me because I was giving her an attitude.
Man, you deserve, you know what? I bet you sometimes all you really want, Rem, just somebody say, you know what? Thank you, Rem.
Yes.
For working hard for your family.
Yes. That's it. That's all I want. We talked about this last week, or 2 weeks ago. Men need compliments and men need people to say thank you to them.
Did we talk 2 weeks ago on the phone?
Yes. Well, no. What I meant was, one of our podcast episodes from 2 years ago.
Oh, it's hard to keep that. I could understand that.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. It's so nice that we're really good friends 2.5 years later.
And we still talk. We still have our weekly chats 2 years later.
Yeah. Complain about things. Yeah, it's good. It's good. I can't wait for you to meet the family. Hey, can you come to Connecticut, April 14th?
Yeah, what happens then? Tax day? You need some help with your taxes?
No, it's
help?
It's Palm Sunday, big Italian family dinner.
Oh, really? I didn't realize you guys had a big Italian. Didn't realize Italians were religious folks.
They are now.
I'm just pulling your chain. I know you guys are all Catholics.
They're all crazy Catholics. This is the first time we've gotten together on a Palm Sunday, so it'll be fun. Because Italian Stallion will be there.
What do you? What's the big dish? What's the big like showpiece dish?
I don't know.
You make a ham, or you make a quails?
No, so there really isn't one.
Clams Casino. You ever had a nice Clams Casino out there?
I have.
Connecticut seems like Clams Casino sort of.
Oh yeah, I shared some with Chris O.C.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can come out. We can.
How is Chris O.C. doing? By the way, did he get out of jail?
He hasn't gotten out of jail yet. That's kind of why. That's why I've been calling you, because I don't really have him to dick around with. He's still in jail. Yeah.
Honestly, man, him living by all those Korean broads, you knew something like that was going to happen eventually.
Well, I mean, it wasn't even that. Like, I think he would have done. He would have been okay if it just left the Korean broads. But what he did at WrestleMania to it's uncalled for. Absolutely uncalled for.
It's hard. It's hard to let somebody go. So I guess I can understand where he was coming from.
I mean, especially like now that she's, a big superstar, the man, the one and only women's champion. Like he wanted
I think it's really cool that she's held that title for 2 straight years.
It's amazing. It's finally, they make the titles mean something by just letting guys who aren't Brock Lesnar hold on to them for 2 straight years.
I kind of feel like the reason that they let her hold the title for 2 years is because of what Chris O.C. did at WrestleMania. And they kind of felt bad for her, like emotional trauma. Right. And they were like, God, she's really in a bad place now.
Yeah.
Let's put the strap on her, leave it there. Hopefully that can repair some of that emotional trauma.
How many of those women's wrestlers do you think are using strap-ons on each other on a regular basis?
More than a baker's dozen, I would guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Remember that time we were talking once and I said, hey, I was trying to role play the scene to you and I was like, hey, I've never done this before, and I said like the second time they did it and you were like, well, that's kind of impossible now. You probably don't remember. So long ago.
All right. It's been a few years.
How's your Jeep, pal?
Good. It's doing good. Yeah. I just sold it to what's his name? What's that guy's name? Elon Musk. He's a collector.
Yep.
Yeah. So I just sold it to him. So that's cool. I think he's going to shoot it into space.
Did you get a Tesla?
No. He gave me $80,000 for it.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. That guy is not good with money. It's weird.
Because it's not his
Especially
money.
if you're just going to shoot it in space. Like the stereo was missing because it got stolen like 8 years ago and I never put it up. But he's cuckoo. He's a cuckoo guy.
Oh, good for him. I'm glad he's still kicking around here. He hasn't been arrested for fraud or anything.
No, I mean, he's doing good. I think it's really cool that because when we were doing the podcast, I never realized he was such a big fan because he's like because he's kind of shy. So he never wanted to like interact on social media, or call into the show or anything like that. But then when it stopped, when he reached out to us to let us know, like how much it like affected him. Like, I think it's cool that we like kept that relationship up with Elon.
Yeah, it is cool. Like it was always fun to say we only had 12 listeners.
I mean, he's needy, but I feel good talking to him knowing that that's probably all the social interaction that he gets.
And what nobody ever knew is that he was one of the 12. He was one of the 12.
Yeah. I never knew that.
Like Svensson thought he was hot shit. Svensson thought he was the man, but no, sorry, Svensson. You got style, you got promise, but Elon Musk. Are you sure you want to leave? Because that's too much fun. It's too much fun to do that.
I don't care. I feel like Svensson gets in a lot of shit. Svensson should be like a vigilante because he comes across a lot of situations that makes him mad. Like the Punisher. Like Svensson should be like the Punisher of Columbus, Ohio, or wherever he lives.
Facebook's trash.
I don't know.
Fucking trash. Fuck Facebook and fuck Twitter and fuck everything. Everything's stupid, and it just reveals how stupid we are as people. But anyways, friend me on Facebook so I can follow your adventures of childbirth.
Yeah, Hill's trying to get me to do ecstasy, but that's not my jam. Like, I don't do drugs at all. I don't do any type of drug. What? Why are you laughing?
Your friend has okay. So, you got that.
All right, Randy. If you're just going to laugh at me, I'm going to hang up on you.
When I used to go to the strip clubs back in 2003, me and the guy I used to go with would get a couple cigars first and go to the smoking section, and there was a cigar bar up on the stage, and we'd smoke cigars at the strip club like a couple of badasses. But neither of us had the money to actually look like a couple.
What I used to do, like in my younger days when I was putting the mooch on broads, I knew this, there's this place in Denver that like a cigar company that rolls their own cigars. And they had great cigars. So I usually have 2 or 3 of them in like a little pocket holder. But they also had like these vanilla, like these skinny vanilla cigars. And I would keep a few of those on me, and then I'd go out to the bar, putting the mooch on a gal. And sometimes they'd be like, hey, let's go out, let's go have a cigarette. And I'll be like, oh yeah, I'll go do that. And then I would, instead of having a cigarette, I would light a cigar, and I would be like, hey, you ought to try this. I got this like classy lady cigar. Give that a shot. And so, and they love it, right? They love it. Because there's nothing that looks sexier than like a gal smoking a cigar. And they would be aware of that, right? So it'd just be this broad who's already feeling good about herself because I've been putting the charm on her for a couple hours. But now she's like outside in her like bar get up, like she's got her high heels on, and she's smoking this cigar in front of all these dudes. And they're like, who the fuck is this chick? And just loving the attention, right? Oh man, those were great. That was a good... That was good bait. That was a good fly.
It's like Marlena and Gold Dust back in 1996. When Marlena would come to the ring smoking cigars.
A real successful move. I remember this one particular curly head broad. Oh, she loved it. Oh, she loved those cigars. Yeah. They got her going. She liked being the badass broad at the bar.
I think we should save all the refugees. Oh, there's 50 likes. Oh, I feel so important now. Yeah, no, shut up.
Yeah.
You felt that way about refugees. Open up your house and bring 3 of them into your basement and take care of them. Fucking hypocrite. I know this is a weird transition. I don't even know if I want to do it. Do you want to do
whatever? I don't care.
You want to do a porno review?
Yeah. Oh, that's perfect transition. I mean, that's literally, there's no better time than.
No better time.
I mean, how else are babies made, right?
All right.
Yeah.
So this came from Mr. Porno Man again.
I think I hear them laughing right outside the door.
Oh, good. This is going to be fantastic. You tell me to stop.
The headphones on. They won't hear. Okay. No, we're good. We're good.
All right. So Mr. Porno Man's getting a little salty in his language now that he's emailing us. All right. And let me tell you what, Mr. Porno Man, is that sometimes your links don't work and I have to kind of improvise. Okay.
Well, I think he gets a big bump from the show, so I don't know why he would be salty. That's all. I mean, come on.
Well, here we go. All right. So, and forgive me, Rich Dickman audience, I'm going to have to bleep out some of these words because I'm uncomfortable with them being on a podcast. Okay. But here we go. Dear compadres of Porno Man Productions has been busy wrapping up shoots before the new year. In fact, everyone has been busy, so the theme of our latest submission is quite fittingly titled Speed Banging. It is a take on speed dating, but the 30 participants have sex with their respective partner for 60 seconds before a buzzer sounds and they move along. On another note, it appears that I keep crossing my wires and sending videos that do not match the description. I may or may not attempt to remedy this in the future. In fact, I probably won't. I have a certain level of quality to uphold. Happy New Year, Mr. Porno Man. So I looked at his link and it didn't quite match his description. Okay. What we have here, well, you'll hear when I play the audio. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm so ready for this.
All right. And this, and to be in full, transparency here, I did watch this before the show, so I know what's happening. Okay. But here we go.
I don't know what you're about to play, but I've probably seen this one already.
I'm going to clock and see how many times he can pump his dick. in her little and I'm going to count it, and we'll see how many pumps he gets in 1 minute.
Okay. All right. So I paused it. So the what's going on here is that this one woman is going to time 1 minute and see how many times that the man can pump into the lady in 1 minute.
1, 2, 3. Fuck Yuki.
So we're 10 seconds in. Excuse me. Wait.
It sounds amazing.
We're at 10 seconds in. He's at 48 pumps.
What? No way.
Yeah. He's like a jackrabbit right now. All right. So we're approaching 20 seconds. So at 20 seconds, we're at 94 pumps. Okay. All right. So this is incredible. Now at 30 seconds, we're at 142 pumps. So what is this? Do the math. He's like 15 pumps per second or something, I think. 40 seconds, he's at 187. Okay, now we're approaching 50 seconds now. All right, so 48, 49. At 50, he's at 234.
Holy shit.
Yeah, holy shit.
So 1 minute. 282
the winner. That's 282
pumps.
reps in 1 minute.
So that's 4.7 per second.
Holy crap. That's
4.7 per second.
wow. So Mr. Porno Man took something from ggssexcircus.com. So
that was fantastic.
So thank you, Mr. Porno Man. That was quite interesting. So this man was able to go back and forth 200 and whatever it was times that I said in 1 minute. 4.7.
Yeah, so if that's 4.7 per second. Now listen, I think I told you this. I used to play semi-professional paintball. So everything, like I could shoot my fingers. I don't know if you can see this. My fingers can move really fast, and people would always be like, "Ooh, you could pleasure the ladies."
Ooh, with that. Look at you, Ray.
So they actually enact stuff. They call it balls per second, where they cap it at how many you can shoot per second. So this guy was actually at 9.2 balls per second, 9.4 balls per second.
Wow,
that's what he was. If you, that's pretty good. That's tournaments these days are at 10.2. So he's basically shooting as fast as a paintball gun.
Jesus Christ! You just named the episode, so thank you.
Balls per second.
Balls per second.
I can't believe that's funny.
Yeah. So
that's pretty impressive that he could do that. I didn't get to see the visual aspect, but I'll probably have to. I'm sorry. I've seen that one a bunch of times.
So, Mr. Porno Man, I appreciate you, giving us something interesting to play on the show here. I bet you it's like his business line.
Although
he's a bunch of personal info.
He's a good husband, so he's
to
probably
an automatic voice message system.
banging his wife.
Oh, no. God damn it.
At the tone.
That's a dox. You just doxed him. You just doxed him hard.
Recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Here we go. Hey, Joma. This is Rem from your favorite podcast, The Rich Dickman Show. Huel didn't want to call you. One, his battery was at 3%, and two, he got nervous, so he made me do it. I think the gold.
I didn't get nervous.
He's talking to me right now. All right. The comedy is with you and him talking, not with you and I, but it would be nice to talk to you anyway. So I'm just calling to say hi. Thank you for purchasing the El Abogado t-shirt and getting your picture taken with it. And, I hope a bunch of Mexican people are now hopping on the Amazon store and buying themselves a Rich Dickman Show, an El Abogado Show t-shirt to wear to their Lucha Libre events. But, Joma, thank you for listening. And if you get this message, tweet me. Give me a what up. Give me a what up. And you can call 860-316-4776 if you want to call back. All right. Thanks, Joma. We'll try again next week. All right, pal? Huel, do you have anything you want to say to Joma?
I love you, buddy.
Huel says, I love you, buddy. Okay. All right. Enjoy listening to the show. Thanks. Bye.
Let's call
Huel. Last week, I called the voicemail of the Dick Show because I'm determined to get noticed in the next 3 episodes. And I told him.
You don't need to be noticed, buddy. You have self-worth separate from that podcast that I've never listened to or heard of. Is all of the other podcasts, are they all like like secondary podcast to that Dick Show? Is the Dick Show the main one?
No. They're all kind of on the same network, so they help with promote each other, but I wouldn't say they're secondary podcasts. So cause they always talk, I feel like the Dick Show is like the main one, and then the other ones are kind of like, they're
maybe
adjacent.
Started as like fan podcasts.
Yeah.
And then kind of grew to their own thing.
No, I wouldn't say like they're associated, but they're like Dick Show adjacent. You know, there's some connection there somewhere.
And what's the Dick Show about? What do they, like if I listen to the Dick Show, what's an average episode of the Dick Show?
Average episode of the Dick Show is, Dick likes to get angry about things, then talk to people who are interesting in like their own special interview way. No, and I wouldn't even say that, but you know, Dick brings up topics, that, you know, like the other 2 weeks ago, you know how you have the intermittent speed in your windshield wipers?
Mm-mm.
What do you mean?
Mm-mm. I don't know. What do you mean?
You have high, you have low.
Like intermittent fasting?
No, intermittent speed on the windshield wipers. You know, so they're not on the low setting or the high setting. They're at a setting of your choosing.
It doesn't really rain out here. We live in kind of an arid desert.
Oh. Do you remember? Okay, now I didn't know if I wanted to talk shit tonight, but I'm gonna.
Hey, did you see that, that Joker movie?
I just saw the trailer.
Oh man, that looks good. That gave me a Joker boner.
It looks like a fucking crazy ass fucking dark movie, and I cannot wait till October.
I like that guy, that Phoenix guy.
Yeah, he's like half crazy too.
Yeah, that's going to be a good one.
All right, I found the article.
Will you text it to me?
Yeah. Do you have the show notes?
Do I have the show notes is a good question, and the answer to that is yes.
Okay. You know, I do. I need a break from this bullshit.
Oh, I love you, buddy. I do. Let me see. I got the Connecticut weed. Is that what it is?
No, right underneath it, there's a link there. And so political polarization sparks confrontation at Starbucks, triggering online fury. And this is, updated.
Palo Alto Online?
Listen, it's the first, I don't know what the, Palo Alto, San Antonio or whatever the fuck it is. I don't know.
Let me, first off, I need to research
It began when Palo Alto resident Rebecca Parker Mankey attempted to shame an elderly white man wearing a red Make America Great Again hat as he sat in a coffee house, an encounter she later wrote about on social media, calling him a hater of brown people, even though he didn't do anything aside from sit there and wear a hat. Mankey said she yelled at him and addressed Starbucks customers and employees to join her in her effort. She said she left the store, but soon returned and continued to yell at him. Mankey said she was heartbroken that other white people didn't stand up against the man wearing what has become, for some, a symbol of hate. She followed him out of the store to the parking lot where she continued to berate and swear at him. She called the man Nazi scum and threatened to post pictures of him on social media, which she then did, along with her version of the incident on her Facebook page and on Twitter. She asked the public for help finding him. I want him to have nowhere to hide, she wrote, a practice called doxing, or posting personal contact information to encourage threats and harassment. The incident has had repercussions not only for Mankey, who said on Tuesday she's received death threats and was fired from her job as an accountant, but also for her former employer, Griffin Stringate Instruments. Staff at the store said they were inundated with angry phone calls and emails Monday and Tuesday. Meanwhile, the 74-year-old Palo Alto man in the MAGA hat, who is Jewish, told the Palo Alto Weekly that he is not afraid of the woman. Rather, he said, her actions are an example of the lack of discourse in the country over differing viewpoints. He said he has seen her description of the incident and that it was accurate. So, this is where we're at. We have crazy fucking people, like assaulting old white people in coffee houses for just sitting there wearing a hat they don't like. This is where we're at. And God damn it. This is a sad state of affairs, and the cannibal revolution cannot come soon enough.
Making me hungry. Palo Alto's, where's that? California?
Probably where some bunch of weird fucking progressive people live. No offense.
I feel like Connecticut is where weird people live.
There are weird people here, but we're lucky enough that, the weirdness, they try to be weird, But then they realize that they're all Republicans at heart and they stop being so weird.
I thought you guys had a Democrat governor.
Oh yeah, we have a Democrat governor. No, we have a Democrat governor. We have a Democrat House. We have a Democrat Senate. We have Democrat judges. We have a Democrat Attorney General. We vote Democrat in every fucking election. We have 2 Democratic senators and 5 Democratic House of Representatives guys. All right. But between Greenwich, the rich people in Stamford, the rich people in Hartford, the rich people in New Haven, up in Windsor, and then if you go into the countryside, there's a lot of like very conservative people, but none of them want to upset the apple cart, so they all come out as Democrats. So they're very conservative Democrats.
That's okay, buddy. Maybe someday you'll get to pwn those libs.
Yeah. I don't want to pwn libs. I don't want to pwn anybody who will. It's
okay, buddy. It'll happen someday. You'll feel better.
I love you to death, but that right there is an example of what's happening here. It's like, I don't want to pwn anybody. I want to point out how ridiculous some things are, like this, like who just like verbally assaults an old white man at a coffee house. Like, that's just fucking crazy. That's unhinged and unstable because he's wearing a hat. Move on with your life. Go take care of your family. Raise your kids. Get an education. Get a job. Be better. You know what I mean?
It's interesting. It's cool. That's a cool topic.
Yeah.
It's a good topic for a comedy podcast.
Well, it's episode 50, and because I have to be up early tomorrow for a meeting, I am not drinking. So you're going to have to bring the funny tonight.
What? I'm not bringing the funny.
Shit.
It's too much pressure. It's too much on my shoulders.
No. Unacceptable.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Let's do it. Voicemail.
Hey, which episode is the one where you guys suck each other's dicks?
And maybe it's this one.
Maybe it's this one.
Smiley face.
As long as you're not contagious, man, I'll close my eyes and it all feels the same.
Oh, what do you care, buddy? Like, go down to the doctor, get some antibiotics. It'll be gone.
Yeah, I mean, you can cure anything these days, right?
I mean, if you haven't caught a case of the dick sniffles here and there, I feel like you haven't really been like living life to your full potential.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Did you say dick sniffles?
Yeah, you know, the dick sniffles.
What are dick sniffles?
Not everything is fucking, oh, I got AIDS and I'm going to die like Tom Hanks in that fucking movie. Do you know what I mean? Like, sometimes you just get the dick sniffles.
The dick sniffles. Yeah. Okay.
Eat some chicken soup and get some sleep and it'll be gone in a few days. It's not a big deal.
So you caught somebody's cold by sucking their dick. Is that what you're saying?
Or your dick caught a cold by all the saliva transfer.
I feel like your dick catching a cold is a lot worse than like your head catching a cold. You know what I mean?
It's not that much worse. It's just, it doesn't feel good. But it doesn't last forever either.
But like if you got a head cold like I had, you know, for the past like week and a half, you know, I've been sick too, Huel. Hey, you've never once asked how I'm doing, so fuck you. But you know, if I have a head cold, I take some Sudafed, I take some Advil and I'm feeling good. I mean, can you Sudafed and Advil your dick? Like if you get the dick sniffles?
You know, my dad told me once that the reason that they call the clap is that back in the day, if you caught the clap and you went to the doctor, what they did is that they take you into the back of the doctor's office and they get like a big, like dictionary, like a big Oxford dictionary. And you'd have to put your dick in there and then they'd slam the book on your dick.
Oh shit.
That's why they called it the clap. And then it would shoot out all the bad stuff. And then
oh my God. Oh God. I got the dick tingles now. Oh my God.
I don't know if that's true, but I don't know why old Papa V-Hill would lie to his baby boy.
I hope everybody got the dick tingles now. Jesus. Oh my God. That's why they call it the clap. This is from the email. Gents, I realize most of your listeners probably know this already, but screw them. My question is, what is the origin of Huel's moniker? Was he a huge fan of California's Gold, hosted by a beloved gent of the same name? While you're at it, what's up with the whole El Abogado thing? I know it translates to lawyer in English, but is there more of a story there? Is it an homage to Huel's apparent love for Lucha Libre? And Rem, do explain where your moniker comes from. I believe it's from your WoW days. However, as someone who knows next to zero about WoW, I have no idea what it means. Thanks, Mars, the hot drummer news babe. Huel, you want to go first or want me to go first?
Why don't you go first?
Okay. So Rem, yes. Rem does come from WoW, but the deeper history, and it's gonna get super nerdy, and fuck you guys, because you're listening and you're gonna stay listening. So if you don't listen, you can skip forward 30 seconds. There was a website called mysticalrealms.net that I used to role play on back in like 2000, 2001, 2002.
Is it like a sexy role play, or like a Dungeons and Dragons deal?
It was like Dungeons and Dragons role play without the Dungeons and Dragons. I created a character named Remy Sidarius, and he was a thief who got possessed by a demon and wreaked havoc everywhere. And it was really cool. It was a really cool story. I had a lot of fun with it. Anyways, when I started playing WoW, my first character actually was a rogue named Remy Sidarius, and I played him for a little bit, and then I became, when the Draenei were released, and whatever expansion the Draenei came on, I can't remember, I created a character. I wanted to create a character called Machina, in tribute to the Smashing Pumpkins album, Machina and the Machines of God. Unfortunately, Machina was taken. So I decided to combine my favorite character that I ever wrote about, Remy Sidarius, with the character I wanted to be, Machina, and I became Remachina. Okay, fast forward a little bit. Remachina no longer worked. I had to transfer. I had to become a male character instead of a female character, and we changed over to the Horde instead of being Alliance, and then I became Remgar the Orc, who soon after became Remgar the Tauren, because I hated the way the orcs looked. So I was Remgar the Tauren. And then we started Tauren Think Tank, and Jules and I decided to keep our character names because we were doing a WoW podcast at the time, and that's how Rem, the podcast host, was born. And now, in order to protect my identity and keep my anonymity on the internet, I am now Rem, the podcast host, Rem of Stink Tank, Rem of Think Tank, Rem of the Rich Dickman Show. Man, I'm fucking rambling. I am sorry. But that's how that came about. Mars Hut, news babe. Huel.
Hot news babe.
Where did,
So Huel comes from, I actually am a fan of California Gold.
And Huel, let me say real quick. When you first transferred into our guild to join our raid team, you were Huel Hauser, and you've always been Huel Hauser. So yeah. So it was actually like, it was another Warcraft thing. So like before I had met you, and before I like joined your guild and all that shit, I was just random dude on Warcraft, like fucking around. You know what I mean? Like going to the main cities and shouting in trade chat and getting banned for a couple of days for being an asshole. Like I was that guy. And I had a bunch of different characters, that were mostly named after, like, have you ever, what the fuck is that podcast name? I used to listen to this podcast called Comedy Bang Bang. Yeah.
And so they'd have like different characters on there. And most of my WoW characters were named after characters from the show. And one of the characters that they had was this guy that did a Huel Hauser impression. But I had other characters. I had a Tauren character. I can't remember what class, but his name was Hot Saucerman. I always like that name. I always kind of wish that was the name that stuck, was Hot Saucerman. And like there was 4 or 5 others, but the reason that Huel stuck is because Huel, I feel like, was the priest. And that was the only reason that they brought me on to your raid team, is because
we needed a
healer.
Yeah.
And that's why that was the main guy that I played, and not Hot Saucerman, which is a way better name. I wish my Twitter handle was Wow Hot Saucerman. And that you would, when we did the podcast, you would be like, here's Hot Saucerman.
We could do that now.
But it just stuck. And then it's been like my name for like, how long ago was that? Like 10 fucking years. I feel like that's been my internet name.
No.
Oh, poor Svensson. God rest his soul.
You know, what's funny, Huel, is that I actually have a call from Svensson. I can play it over the phone if you want to listen to it.
Have you saved it all these years?
Yeah.
That's weird. Do you think that this was the last phone call he made before he died?
I think I might have 2 more from him hidden. I have to find them, but
okay.
If I don't find them,
because he kept getting involved with these people in these horrible situations, Dick of the Week. I mean, it was only a matter of time before one of them shot him.
Well, so, let's see what happens.
I feel bad. I feel like I should have seen that coming. So I'll always have I'll always have some guilt about Svensson's horrible murder.
Whoops. Yeah, I opened the wrong one. Hold on a second. It's so hard to play these things over my phone like this. So, give me a second here.
Hello, Ring Huel, and to everybody who helps make the Rich Dickman Show my favorite podcast to listen to. This week's Stick of the Week is Silvio. Silvio is a coworker of mine. I'm working at work, and he comes up to me, and he wants to talk to me about religion and religious deities. And I told him, stop. It's extremely unimportant and extremely rude to do so, especially at work. It's unwarranted, and I don't want to bother with it. And he's like, what? It's not a problem. I'm like, yes, it is a problem. I'm like, how would you like for me to talk to you about rim jobs and blow jobs?
Jesus.
It's the exact same thing.
Not
People,
really.
Listen up. You can have your religion and your religious deities, but it's personal. Keep it to yourself. Seriously. Don't attack people with it. If someone comes up to you and wants to know, fine. But don't voluntarily go up to someone, especially at work, and start on that. Anyway, I hope everybody has a really good week. Take care.
Oh man, that's hard to hear. God, I miss Svensson.
Huel.
He was an angel. They took him from us much too young.
We need to get really meta here. We need to role play that interaction. I'll be Svensson and you be the religious guy.
Okay, but I wasn't listening to it as close as I could have because I got emotional. So you start. I'll take the lead. I'll follow your lead.
Okay. What a wonderful day at work this is. I'm gonna sit here and not be bothered by anybody.
Wait, are you Svensson or are you the religious guy?
I'm Svensson.
Oh, okay. His name was Silvio?
Yeah.
Hey, Svensson!
Oh, hey, Silvio.
How's it going, buddy? You want to hear about my Jesus weekend?
No, not really. No, thank you.
I got rebaptized. I went to my church this weekend, Svensson, and they got this new thing that they do at my church. It's called re-virginization.
Hey, Silvio.
And so technically I'm as pure as the snow now.
Could you stop, please? I don't really want to talk about religion. It makes me uncomfortable. Well,
the religion is sort of tangential to it. Mostly I really want to talk about how, like, I've never been with a lady now officially, like as of today. So I think I'm going to go out and I think I'm going to go lose my virginity tonight. You want to come?
No, despite your reaching out for friendship and using religion as cover, I have no interest and I don't want to be your friend.
I'll buy my treat.
Can you leave me alone and stop talking about your quote unquote religion while we're here at work?
You're crazy. You're crazy, man. I'll see you later.
What do you mean I'm crazy? Don't you ever look at me again. Don't you ever look at me again. I will report you and I will file a complaint and I will call the police. Don't you dare look at me and talk to me like that again, Silvio.
You big goof. Always goofing around. You're a kidder. That's why I love you, Spencer. Oh man. I'll see you at lunchtime. Maybe we go to the Olive Garden.
End scene. This poor guy comes over to Svensson and talk religion. And Svensson, at the end there, I love you, Svensson. I'm sorry, but you said don't attack people with your religion. Well, Svensson, don't attack people when they're trying to be nice to you. Just say no thank you and move along.
Hey, on a lighter note, you know what is a coincidence? I just realized, I feel like Silvio, isn't that the name of Ray's new, I don't know what you call it now. Cause I don't think they're married, but like, you know, boyfriend or whatever. Isn't his name Silvio?
I think, yeah, it actually, holy shit, it actually is.
Oh man, that is crazy. That real like hunky guy. He's like ripped. He's like got the, you know, the pecs, and he always looks kind of oily. That guy, that's his name's Silvio, I'm pretty sure.
And I always pegged Ray as a guy who liked the more femme dudes, you know, but he really loves Silvio and all the muscles.
Really? I would have thought he was, that's funny that you say he would have been a twink guy, cause I would have thought Ray was going to be like a bear guy. Like when he came out, I was like, oh, I can't wait to meet Ray's new husky boyfriend. But he really went like the beefcake route.
No, you know what? It makes a lot of sense too, because, you know, me being a beefcake, and Ray being my friend, it starts to make sense after.
He had a hard man crush on you. I'm glad you were able to kind of let him down easy.
You know,
on that one.
it was all that grinder that you got him on, you know, cause, you know, after I changed the password and then deleted the app, you know, I guess he felt something and had to act on it.
Well, good for him. Good for him.
I hope the kids
sad
are
for his
doing
wife,
well.
but you know, good for him.
maybe better for the wife. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what any of that's like.
People show love in crazy ways, man.
That's right. Good old Ray. Good old Ray.
Ray.
It's too bad Randy moved to Norway.
That's weird that he moved to Norway.
Yeah. No,
because he seems like, usually, like Ray struck me as a sort that didn't like the cold. So it's weird because he would post all those pictures of him like in a Speedo by the pool.
Yeah. He's still in California.
Yeah. But I feel like Norway is like they got a lot of hot springs there.
Yeah. Randy went there for work for like a week. And he met, it's funny you mentioned hot springs, but he met an Asian woman who kind of ran the hot springs in Oslo. And, and Randy's always had a thing for Asian women. Svensson too. It's weird. Out there in the Midwest. And
oh God, if only Svensson had lived to see that.
I know. So Randy he just went up, he quit his job and he moved in with the Asian hot springs owner for 6 months until Randy started working there. Well, no, he started fooling around with one of the other Asian workers. And so Asian hot springs owner, threw his ass out. Now he's stuck. He's stuck in fucking Norway, man. He's stuck in Norway.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Just giving hand jobs out behind the loot fisk store.
Every once in a while he sends me an email. and how delicious the lutefisk is.
Oh, Randy, you crazy goof.
Yeah.
But Rem, it has been a pleasure to catch up with you again, man. Like, let's not go a whole week next time. Maybe just call whenever you want, man. It's always a pleasure to talk to my old buddy Rem.
Funny you mention it. I've called 27 times in the past 3 days. This is the first time you've answered. So, but I certainly will. I'll keep it up and we can talk another time.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll answer. Well, I guess what would that be? 9 times in a row to get us back to the 40% mark.
Okay. Well, I'll hold you to that next time we catch up, and then I'll scream at you for it. Cause you know me, cause I'm kind of an asshole and I remember these things and I don't let them go.
Yeah.
All right, man. Say hi to your kids for me. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, buddy. We'll see you. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye. Love you.
Love you.
And now, back to the episode.
Man, Ray, that was something. That's a dream come true for me. You guys have no idea how much fun I had with that.
Yes. Oh man, she was really cool actually. Like, just her personality was one where if I didn't know that she was doing porn, I would just want to hang out with her, just converse with her. She's really engaging.
Oh, yeah.
Just really fun person to be around. And then you add in the porn, and it just has a new element of intrigue.
Yeah. And, she answered all the questions. She's very honest and not giving us the BS. And you showed her your nude. I can't believe you're the one who got naked for Bella Bendz and not me. So, not that you actually got naked. You did not get naked on camera. You showed us a picture of you naked. Ray, what the fuck is up with that picture? Like, what the hell? Like, who took that picture, Ray?
So that was an old girlfriend who was into photography.
Yeah.
And, I don't know why I still have it. It just got buried in the bottom of something. And then, as you guys were talking, I was like, you know what? I think that's still buried somewhere. And, sure enough, it was.
Does your wife know about it?
I don't believe so. I don't believe anyone knows. I literally, like, if I called up that old girlfriend and said, do you remember taking this picture? She might say, no, I don't remember that. I mean, maybe she would. It was an excellent weekend. But yeah, I don't think that really anybody knows that exists except the whole internet now. Mm. But it'll become one of those infamous pictures. Like, you know it exists. I know it exists. Bella knows it exists.
Lady Lynn knows it exists.
Nobody. Oh yeah. And nobody else. Literally 4 people.
Ray, I think this is going to open up a whole new world for us.
Yeah.
What if we could talk Bella into like being a contributor, like a sex advice contributor or something?
Ooh. It's like, change dick tips into just sex tips.
Yeah.
Basically.
I mean, you're going to have to change, you're going to have to start enjoying BBWs like I do though.
I don't have to. I mean, I can still enjoy the
Ray, you do what I tell you to do, Ray. That's how this works. Yeah.
Dance, monkey, dance.
That's right. Man.
Yeah.
We've had a good couple of weeks here, Ray, as we're delving into a brand new world for us. And that was fantastic. You know what? Next time we have Bella on or Swiney or somebody, we will write a script, all right, for a climate change porn scene. And maybe we can get one of them to shoot it. What do you think? Like we'll just collaborate.
Oh, that's such a good idea.
Yeah, because if we had Bella with us and we did this with her, I don't want to throw this on her on a first time meeting her. So if she were to come back, we could do this then. Because I'm a very respectful and polite human being. But we'd say, hey Bella, you know how this goes. Let us write a climate change porn script, and we can change the world together using pornography and raising awareness of climate change.
What if we even just got them, if we you and I just sat down, made some sort of script, just conjured one up, collaborated, and then said, hey, we're not asking for any credits or anything. Could you shoot this and just let us know how it turns out? Not for the credit, but just to see because that could be like our trial run into the transition, the inevitable transition into porn that we're obviously, we're headed down that path. And so if it becomes a hit, and we didn't do it for fame or anything like that, it's not our name's not attached to it. But if it is a hit, we know it is that much easier for us to do that seamless transition.
Absolutely. My God, we can. Oh my God, Ray, this is brilliant. We just need an excuse for me to go to Vegas every 3 weeks. All right. Anyways, that was fun. That was really fun. I'm beaming right now, Ray. I'm so happy. I'm so thrilled. Yeah.
You and the podcast, it's like I said, it's like a wet dream for you. It's literally like if you were a teenager, like your 18-year-old self or like 17-year-old self, this would be like all the people that we've had on the last few weeks is like your all-star lineup.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
No, absolutely. Man. Okay. All right. We got to move on. We got a couple more things to do here. Okay. It's, this is the Bella interview show, so we don't have too much more to go into, but it is episode 75. We're 25 away from 100, and we're 33 away from having Dick Masterson on, because I was assured that he'll be on episode 108 with us. All right. So if we don't get big before then, we're certainly going to get big then, but,
get big or die trying.
Yeah, Ray, this week I've noticed that there's a lot of people out there trying to kill me. I don't know if you've ever had a span of a few days that are like this, when you're out on the road and you notice everybody else is being fucking stupid and they're putting your life in danger. I've experienced that since Tuesday. All right. I've had to drive down to New Haven. I've had to drive out to the different stores. I had to go to the doctor's office, did this, that, and the other thing. And every single time I'm out on the road, somebody somewhere is trying to hurt me. They're either like cutting me off or taking a turn they're not supposed to, or slamming into the back of something else. Like this impending sense of doom that follows me around throughout my life, right? I can drown it out with liquor, or I can just ignore it, or, I went to therapy to work on it for a little bit, but it's just there. And when it sees fucking people on the road doing this shit, like it's just boom, front and center, boom, Rem, you're gonna die. Boom, Rem, you're gonna die. Boom, Rem, there's nothing you can do. You're gonna die. It's like, come on, stop it. I don't need the voices in my head anymore. You ever get like that, Ray?
See, I might be the person that is almost killing people because I drive really fast.
God damn it. Of course you are.
So that's probably what it is. So I can't really relate to that other than, I spent the last 2 days driving to the Bay and back, like in the mornings.
Yeah.
And holy hell, the traffic's bad. And I've been leaving at times where it's not as bad, so you can kind of make some progress. But in my opinion, when there's a ton of traffic, it's almost safer in a way because everyone's just stuck, right? You just follow the guy in front of you. People can change lanes and be dicks, but you're going 10 miles an hour, someone changes lanes in front of you. They don't really cut you off dangerously. You know what I mean? Whereas if you're going, 70, 75, 80 miles an hour down the freeway and someone cuts you off, that's that's life changing. So that's where I've been, where there's, a lot of cars, but you're going pretty fast. And then you see people do stuff like they're in the middle lane and they decide to be driving 55 and change in the fast lane. What do you do?
When you get to some traffic and there's no reason for the traffic, but everybody comes to a complete stop and you don't see it because the person in front of you, the brake light's not working, and all of a sudden you're slamming on those fucking things. God damn it. But, it is interesting that we have gone down more of taken more of a pornographic route the past couple of weeks because, you have this here in the notes, but it's absolutely true that our episode titles have a lot to do with our YouTube views. A few weeks ago, I first noticed it with our episode titled Topless Sunbather. And it had way more views than any of our other episodes on YouTube. Now, our episodes on YouTube, they don't get many views at all because people listen to podcasts on their podcast apps, and we're available on all of them.
YouTube.
Yeah, they don't listen to podcasts on YouTube, but I upload them there just so I have an extra place that they are. Okay. But I noticed that Topless Sunbather got a way more downloads than any of our other episodes. And I'm thinking that has to be the title because I looked at the metrics and people are only listening for a couple minutes. They realize it's not a porn or it's not a topless sunbather. It's us talking like idiots, right? So when we did the Pornhub Dirtiest Porn Ever, we titled that episode Dirtiest Porn Ever, and YouTube exploded. I think it's up to like 500 something views now. Now these views only last for, up to a minute and that's it. But people know what the Rich Dickman Show is now because they've seen it, and they think we're doing porn on YouTube.
It's so amazing. It's so amazing because like you said, people don't go to YouTube to listen to a podcast, especially because we don't necessarily, we don't record these live. So you can't see us. Now there are people and podcasts that do that. We don't have that. It's literally the logo. So there's nothing for them to see, which makes it that much more funny when they do click on it. And that's why they only watch for a minute. Because they're like, what the fuck? There's just a goddamn logo here. Yeah. Like, where's the porn?
Where's the pictures?
They can click off.
Yeah. I wish they'd last a few more minutes to hear our jokes. But yeah, I'll take the view.
Yeah. Well, but many of ours get a couple dozen downloads or views. It is what it is. Like, we have we actually have, I would say, a fair audience, right? I mean, we're not huge and we're not small. It varies, like, we're up to 7 3/4, down from 8 to 7 3/4 because that guy's leg got amputated.
Yeah.
But when you see that we go from a couple dozen views on YouTube to episode 72, like 500, we just sit back and laugh. It is hysterical. Oh my goodness.
Can't get enough of it. It's good stuff. Yeah. And now what I also notice is that any episode with my name in the title of Rem, I have Remcast and Rem does, Rem's Ego. Anything with Rem in the title gets less downloads than our normal stuff, which I found interesting. So you had the brilliant idea of, combine the two. So last week's episode 74 is called Rem Does Porn. And, this one will have something similar to that as well. And we're going to see what wins out. Actually, I don't think I'm going to put Rem in this title. I want people to hear this one.
Well, maybe. So, yeah, I know, right? I was thinking, what if at some point, we each came up with an episode title or 2 or something like that, total of 3, and then we have people vote on it.
That's too much work.
I mean, I know.
Yeah.
That is too much work.
I mean, if you contributed more to this, then maybe.
I already came up with 3 titles.
Yeah, I see that. Rem does sexy porn and porn stars.
No, A Podcaster's Guide to Become a Porn Star for episode 75.
Yeah.
How to transition from podcasting to porn star.
Yeah.
Or
porn and podcasting, same thing.
Podcasting with porn stars in cars. Which I think is funny because have you seen that comedians getting coffee in cars?
Yeah. Can you write that down? Can you write that down, please?
Yeah, it's all in the notes already. Podcasting with porn stars in cars.
Okay. All right. I was going to say something. I can't remember now.
That's funny.
Oh, well. Anyways, okay.
Podcasting parallels.
All right, Ray. I think that'll be it for this show, unless you have anything else you want to tell me.
Nope.
No. All right. Well, you guys, you can check us out.
Nothing.
Oh, I'm getting saliva-y. I got to stop.
Go to richdickman.com for all your Rich Dickman needs. Recently added some stuff there by Ray, so thank you, buddy. You can go to richdickman.com. You can click on merchandise, see how to get our t-shirts. We got the Slightly Better Than Mediocre t-shirt. We got the El Abogado In Memoriam of Huell Hauser t-shirt. And of course, if you're going to a rally and you need to show support from one side or the other, get yourself the Eat the Rich t-shirt. And that'll be good. We sold a bunch of those, last month, Ray. I didn't tell you that, but we did. But those designs are all by Producer Ryan. You can follow Producer Ryan at Ryan TRDS. Check us out Patreon, patreon.com/Rich Dickman if you want to help out the show, but no obligation. If we do hit our monthly goal, we will unlock our bonus content. So, there's that to look forward to as well. Go to YouTube. You can search Rich Dickman on YouTube. I don't know what our YouTube address is, but you can check out our chicken wing video. I'm hoping to do another one. I want to do one this week, but, I hurt my back and I wasn't able to get out of the house, because my back hurt. Yeah. So there you go.
Pussy.
Yeah. Big time. We are at Rich Dickman Show on Twitter, and you can follow my mom on Twitter at Rem_Mama. I think I might have to block her though for promoting this one, because I don't know how she's going to feel. I don't know if she's going to be as supportive as Bella's mom was with her. But yeah. I do wrestling articles. I haven't done one yet. I do have to do one, but you can check those out in www.podcast.com. You can read my articles. And what am I missing? I'm missing something here. Oh, call the Dickman line. Okay. You've heard Hot Drummer News Babe call her news stories in. You've heard Isaac in the past call in about WoW Classic. 860-316-4776. Leave us a voicemail. Let us know what you think. We love voicemail. We love playing them on the show. And not just the guy who's telling me that somebody is thinking evil thoughts about me and I should murder them. So, Ray, how do we get a hold of find you? How do we do stuff with you online, on Twitter, on whatever?
Yeah, so Twitter is at Jules Winfeld. You'll catch me playing games and stuff every once in a while. Yeah. Twitch.tv/Jules Winfeld. And that's about it.
You ever thought about changing it to at Ray TRDS?
I suppose I could. Why?
I mean, you don't have to. I kind of got big league by my old co-host when I wanted her to be Jules TTT. She became Jules RPG.
Oh. Hey, do you think that I could call up Huell and just text him and say, I am Rich Dickman? Or I am TRDS. Or I am TRDS now.
I am TRDS.
You think I should do that?
Yeah, you do that. See if he gets the joke. You just brought up all these horrible memories, Ray. You son of a bitch.
Hey,
Thank you.
You started it.
I didn't start it. You finished it.
Yeah, you did.
Dick.
You said you had big lead and you went down that route.
Yeah,
but yeah, we could look into that. I mean, I have a bazillion fans, so we would have to all of a sudden adjust to that.
You'll never know. You'll never be at a loss for work on the internet. All right. Thank you guys for listening. We'll see you again next week with an all new episode with all your favorite nonsense, or it might be a best of, depending on how the week goes. I don't know. We've got one in the can ready to go, but we got you this new episode. This will be fun. This will be a good time. All right.
You work so hard.
Ray, you're a good dude. Hey, everybody. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you on the other side. Good night.
See ya.
Yeah, the music's playing. It's good. It's good stuff. I'm gonna up the bass on that. Oh man, that was
drop the bass.
That was fun. Like I'm on cloud 9. I got to go do NFHC now.
What time do they start? 9?
Oh, I think they may have already started. So I need to get in there and yell at those guys.
Nice. Well, that'll be fun.
Yeah, it should be. It should be. I should got to tell them they got to have you on so you can talk about how you don't watch porn.
Yeah. How I've never seen porn, never even been around it, never even taken pornographic like photos.
Never even talked to a real life porn star.
Or porn producer.
Or AVN Hall of Famer, yeah.
Or never even been on a porn centric podcast.
Svensson, don't be mad at me for last week. Okay. I was in a mood last week, Svensson. All right. You're a good dude. Thanks.
Yeah. Screw you, Svensson.
All right, man.
I'm going to kick you out of the WoW guild.